Okay, so today is obviously the last day, and again, good morning to everybody who just showed up. But it's the last day before we go on Thanksgiving break, so you guys are going to get a well-deserved week off. I'm going to get a well-deserved week off. Although my week is probably going to be more stressful than your guys' week because I will be grading late work. I'm still grading your. I have about 12 left to grade for the final drafts of Anne of Clay. And then after that, obviously, I have to start grading Metamorphosis. Plus, we're turning in about 60 pages of yearbook pages this coming Monday. So we're wrapping those up this week, and I have to read through them all and then send them to the plant to have those printed. So, yay, breaks. But, anyways, um, so I was kind of keeping today a little, stress free for the most part, But that being said, quiz. Okay, I know that's not stress free, but you are doing the quiz. I gave you guys once again several warnings that we are going to be doing a quiz on episode 5 of the 1101 podcast. And again, it was about writing. It was about stuff that I had noticed from your End of Clay final drafts because I had already graded some of them when I recorded this podcast, and I just saw a lot of common issues popping up. So you were supposed to listen to it, and a lot more of you did earlier on this time, which I appreciate. Thank you. And again, like I said, I am going to be quizzing you on most of the podcasts. I won't quiz you on all the YouTube videos, but the podcasts for sure are definitely more curriculum based. So I do need you guys to start listening to those if you haven't yet. So make sure that as you're doing this, so you only will have, I will double check, but I believe you will only have 20 minutes to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and double check and make sure. I have it set to 15 minutes, so let me change it to 20 minutes. Okay, so you will have 20 minutes tops. After that, no matter where you left off, that's where it's going to shut off. So the episode is, again, 10 minutes long. So if you need to re listen to it, you can as you are taking the quiz. So I'm going to have you guys do that. So go ahead and take the quiz on episode 5. Here's where you went wrong. And then after that, I will go over what we're going to do next. So everybody needs to be starting the quiz. So go to Canvas, go to this week's module, go to Thursday, and then you'll see the quiz there. All right. So the text entry button will be at the very bottom. I'll go over that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get started. We are missing some people, but I want to make sure that you guys all have time to get started, and I can fill everybody else in just a little bit. So anyways, so the last thing you guys are doing today is the 2 things that are up there. You're going to complete the self-reflection assignment on Canvas. So the self-reflection, there's like 8 questions. Some of them are about you, some of them are about us, some of them are about me. So just answer those questions. You just have to type them out. So you, at the very bottom of the page, when you go to like click submit, there will be a text entry option. So that's what you are going to be doing. So you're going to answer those 8 questions. And then once you are done with those, there are only, unfortunately, 1/3 of you are passing this class. And also, unfortunately, those of you who are not passing my class are also not passing a lot of other classes. Unfortunately, not passing English is not an option because obviously you're going to have to either make it up during summer school, Edgenuity, and believe me, the people who have done Edgenuity know that Edgenuity is not fun. It is very boring, and it's actually kind of difficult to get a passing one. So yeah, so definitely pass this class so you don't have to do Edgenuity. And if you are having difficulty with the recording, try again later. If not, you could just do a voice message through Remind, and I will give you the credit if it did not work. So try again later. If you weren't able to submit it, like I said, I will still give you the credit. I will go back and adjust the score later. Okay. Yes, Edgenuity is very boring, as Mariah is saying in the chat to me. Yes. So please, please, please pass this class so you don't have to go through the boring Edgenuity. You don't have to do summer school. I want you guys all to, and also too, not only because I don't want you to do that, just because what I'm teaching you, you're actually going to be able to use for other classes. The organization, as far as like communication and writing and stuff, is stuff that you will be able to use in a lot of different facets of life, even if you're not going to be writing a ton. Just the ideas of organization and using evidence to prove things, as we've seen in like politics. Evidence is kind of a big deal. Having proof is a big deal. So we want to make sure that you guys are well prepared to be able to use evidence that is factual, that you can actually like point to and say this actually is happening and explain it. So I want to make sure that all of you are capable of doing that, because again, these are real life things that people talk about for important issues. So, but I'm going to switch you all up into breakout rooms. And in the breakout rooms, you're going to work on the self-reflection, and then you're going to work on any missing assignments that you have. So next week, you have the week off. I would highly suggest that you use that time. Maybe do one assignment a day. Most of the assignments I give you should take you no more than half an hour to an hour. So if you took half an hour to an hour each day for my class, I know that seems like a lot of time, but again, in the grand scheme of things, that's not that much time. And if you did that, you would be able to get caught up. So do a brief write one day, do a podcast another day. Again, if you have 24 hours in a day, and I know a lot of you sleep probably 12 of those hours, but let's say the other 12 hours, if you devoted just half an hour to an hour you would still have like 10 hours of free time. So please get caught up in my class. Like I said, you do have to pass all of the English classes, all 4 years to graduate. So the Canvas login, Armando, is your username is your ID, not at sangerusd.net, just your ID by itself. The password is your first and last initial, your birth months, and your birthday. So it should be like FLMMDD. So it should be 6 digits long. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put you in breakout room. If you need help with the current assignment or any other assignments that we have done in the past. So if you have like questions about a brief write that we've done before, a podcast that we've done before, any questions that you have, call me to your room and I'll help you out with it. But do not leave. I will let you guys leave at 10:10, so 10 minutes before the end of class. And just call me if you have questions or need anything, okay?